Hello, map magicians! I'm so glad to share with you this how-to video. So welcome to this 15th tutorial. Today we are drawing an invasion. Let's say we are drawing Germany invading France in World War II, and let's assume Germany invaded all of France. I will be using ESRI World Imagery for this tutorial. First, let's download Germany and France to our browser, and then draw it on our map. I will use red to draw Germany and choose Multiply for blending mode. Then now I will draw France, but won't make any adjustments because we will use it as track matte. This is the easiest way to draw the invasion, and for that we will need to draw a circle. Make sure no layer is selected, otherwise you will draw a mask, and this is not what we need. For this invasion, we need to draw a circle, shape, click, and hold on this little square. We will have to drop down, and we need to choose the ellipse tool. We don't need to have a stroke, but we need to have the fill to make it a perfect circle click and drag while holding the Shift key. Let's name it Invasion Line and change its color to red. Now, we need to position the circle so it would cover all of France. And to do that easily, reduce the circle opacity to 20%. Now you can see France underneath our circle. Click on the selection tool or press the letter V on your keyboard. Then adjust the position of the circle to cover all of France. Make it a little bigger of the France polygon, so when applying displacement effect, the whole polygon will be covered. You will see what I mean soon. Now, because the invasion would come from the east, we need to have the anchor point positioned on the right side of the circle, from which the invasion will start. Click on the circle layer, then click on this icon here, and move the anchor point to the middle right. Now, we need to set keyframes for scaling property. We will start with 0, and after 6 seconds, we will have the scale at 100%, since we know that covers the whole of France. So click on our circle, press the letter S on your keyboard, and then set the scale to 0. Activate the stopwatch, move the time indicator to 6 seconds, and then set the scale to 100%. Now, let's set the opacity to 100% as it was, and use the blending mode Multiply, so the color would match Germany's color. Now we need to use track matte, so the circle would only be visible from within France polygon. To do that, simply go to the invasion line, which is our circle, and go to track matte, click, and select France. If you can't see this track matte button, you need to press on this button down here to the left that says expand or collapse the panel switch pane. All right, now let's preview what we got. It looks great. Our circle is covering France polygon as it should, but we will need to make some more adjustments so it looks a little bit more realistic. Let's add an effect called Turbulence Displace. Go to the Effects and Presets panel, type in Turbulence Displace. Click and drag the effect to our invasion line layer. You can play with these properties to find the best that suits your project. For me, I will choose Horizontal Displacement and then increase the complexity to 10, which is the maximum. Feel free to experiment all types of displacement to have an idea about it. There are many options and it can all be keyframed, so you can create whatever you want. The sky is the limit. Now let's preview our animation. It looks awesome, But we can make it even better. Let's add a repeater. To do that, click on to Invasion Line to get the properties, and click on this Add button, select Repeater. Click to open the repeater properties. Three copies are good for me. Click on Transform to open up the repeater properties. Now there are some adjustments that we need to do, but we will need to solo our shape layer so we can see what's happening. Click on this little button here, and now we only have our invasion line. Bring the time indicator to 3 seconds so we can see the changes. The first adjustment is to zero out the position. Second adjustment is to do the same for end opacity. And then the third adjustment is to increase the scale to 110. Let's preview it now. Yeah, it looks amazing. We can see now that our invasion is more dynamic and realistic. Okay, so now we just need to remove this solo of our layer and preview that in our map. Looks great! We can play on the displacement parameters and the colors to find the best one that's making our animation even more attractive. Now, let's animate our map. Before doing so, we need to make sure our invasion line is anchored to the map anchor and then turned to 3D. To do that, go to Parents and Links and choose Map Anchor, then click on this little cube to activate the 3D option. If you can't find it, then just click on this toggle switch mode, and you should be able to see it. You can also try different modes of displacement from the effect control and see what's best for the project. Now, let's set our keyframes. Alright, since this invasion happened in the past, I will use hue saturation to reflect that in my map. Now, let's preview everything. I love it. All right, map magicians, hope this will help and let me know how did it work with you. Coming up next, I will show you how to download and use historical maps in Geolayers 3. Looking forward to it. Thank you for your support and see you.